struggled to get the wins, even though they've taken off games off top teams like Team Spirit.
That's right. Yeah, having some of those exciting games of the entire league so far, and a very exciting draft. I think I'm definitely the camp of Navi's heroes look pretty good. I wasn't really overwhelmed with a GPK puck. Usually I'm excited for a GPK puck, but in this game, there's some heroes where I just think like you coil them and it's just like, okay, much, you know, kind of like what Fear said with VTunes breaking this game. He'll be happy to just stand there, or perhaps he could sit on his throne with the new taunt.
Yes, we'll see if that one's going to be busted out here. What do you make of a hero like an Enigma coming out? This is not something we've seen a whole lot of. You were telling me some kind of stats you had. This seems to be a hero that's having some success, at least in the pub games.
Yeah, pub's definitely popping off. One of the highest win rates in terms of like 7K plus games. Not like super popular, but considering how many games being played, still very impressive. Like almost 55, 56% win rate over the past couple weeks. So a lot of Aether Lens I've been seeing. Lots of maxing of the Malefice as well. Just cast your spells, you know?
Simple stuff.
Simple Dota.
And the last kind of remaining here in Dota that can still deny creeps, I guess, with Lich having lost his ability. So is that, unless I'm lying about that?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're correct.
Okay.
The only one that's really relevant, you know?
Yeah.
What is
There's some, you know, gimmicky ones like Oracle. You can do it with Purifying Flames a bit later on, but that's a bit different.
Night Stalker, you could like eat your own courier, you know, if you want.
True. Yeah, you're not killing my courier. I am.
Yeah. Sean House stun, and yeah, so it begins. So you can help control your lane, obviously, with the help of that as an Enigma. That's one of the better reasons to play it as a support. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing it. Honestly, he's a hype hero. He's got the ulti, so we'll see if Yamish can make the big plays.
Any other surprises? I mean, you mentioned you kind of feeling Navi's draft, but as far as what the two teams have gone for, does anything kind of stand out as being different, or like something you want to keep your eye on?
I think just the idea of Puck and Kunkka on the same team seems a little odd to me, just because like I definitely agree with like safe lane Kunkka being a thing, sure, but I feel like when I see that happen, I'd want like maybe a TA mid, and you're doing it for like the matchup. I feel like right now they just have a lot of control elements on the side of Virtus Pro, and Pierre's gonna have to do like some Daedalus build or something to really like punch in the damage that they're lacking. So it'll be interesting to see how they sort of make up for that. What I view as sort of being a bit of a draft flaw.
Do you think they're on a timer with a hero like Kunkka that's not scaling as well as like a Wraith King Invoker draft might?
One would assume you'd have to be like pretty far ahead. I don't know, Doom's gonna get a lot of gold, obviously, and then maybe like, you know, you get to a certain point with the timer where you're like, yeah, maybe things aren't so good, but we've got Enigma, and maybe Yamish is able to keep up and become that like fourth core.
Yeah, as far as late game, as late game goes, maybe they don't have like the mid and the carry that scales super late, but yeah, offlane Doom and 4 position Enigma, those are heroes that scale very well.
I remember this build though, the double clarities heading to the jungle nice and early.
Yeah, jungling's back, baby.
Oh, guys, best Reddit thread I've seen in years. I don't know if anyone else caught this. I don't even know if we're going to upvote it because I saw it our new and then I wasn't on the rest of the day. But this guy claims that you 100% get Overwatch banned if you jungle in pub games now. He says it's an automatic system. So according to this guy, Yamich would actually be getting an Overwatch report. Can't play Dota for 24 hours. So we'll find out. We'll see if he's here for game 2.
I almost want to just go test that for science.
I think you should all go test it for science right now in queue. Pure jungle, don't leave until 8 minutes and just see what happens.
That sounds like one of those posts where this guy posts this and then his Dota buffer and his like word cloud gets posted.
Oh,
and you're like,
100%.
I think you maybe got that banned for something else. But no, it was the jungle Enigma.
No, it was my jungling. Quality stuff. Shout out to all you guys who bring me the joy of Dota every day with your stories.
Yeah.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
No big surprises so far. It looks like a slight Navi edge with some of these lanes, at least looking at some of the CS on different heroes. But yeah, jungle Enigma, you're going to have slightly weaker lanes. And Yamich rotates mid, snipes a courier behind the T1 mid. You love to see it. Impact.
What more can you ask for? He just, he's jungling. He kills the mid courier on an Invoker of all heroes. Someone who like doesn't go for the bottle that early. Man, it's a minute and 10 seconds. That hurts.
Very tactical. Just knowing the courier was going to be there on his way to steal a bounty rune as well. This is the rotations he's practiced.
The brain's too big. That's what it is. He's actually in that purple morph suit right now, sitting at his chair playing. You know, he's becoming the Enigma.
He was the
nice
guy.
nightmare.
Was it
Radiant
looking for that kill? No.
I want to say 3.
TI3?
I feel like it was TI3.
Yeah, it was definitely at Benaroya, so.
Oh, what a legend. Shout out to you. I'm sure you're still watching Dota. I mean, you're pretty dedicated at that point.
Yeah, I feel like those are the kind of people that maybe don't play these days, but are still going to at least tune in whenever TI or Major's on or something. Or maybe, you know, maybe he's just a diehard Dota guy. Still playing.
Looks forlornly over at the closet. Just like every match waiting. Will this be the year?
Well, for NAVI, they wish it was 2013 still.
Ah, true.
Radiant's courier
Mostly
has been
good
killed.
memories from those tournaments there. And Yamich, again, I don't know, somehow this guy's got a body count of 2 right now. He's got the most kills in the game. He's just destroying couriers everywhere, killing jungle creeps. His mercy knows no bounds. And here I was saying that I really like Navi's draft. I haven't mentioned a word of it. So we have the core Spiritbreaker once more paired with position 4 Weaver. So already one of the best current like lane pairings, I would say, in terms of like the lane usually goes pretty well. And then heading into the mid game, they have a lot of good synergies together.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, on the VP side, how they've got decent heroes, I feel like, against the Spiritbreaker. Like heroes like, you know, Puck, not the easiest one to go charging in against. You know, Malefice, Nightmare, they put some saves, but it's still, you know, it always feels like Spiritbreaker can get those charges off once you get enough items and keep going.
Now here's a question. Will DM hit a War Stomp to stop a charge?
You know,
Will they run the gamut?
Speaking of DM, finally they're trying to go on him and get him out of this lane, but he's going to keep himself alive with that Scorched Earth to kind of just give him that extra bit of movement speed. So he's 1 versus 2, maybe even 1 versus 3.
Don't curse them, gods.
TP out? I don't think I have.
Nope, no, he's good.
Maybe he hits up the jungle. Double jungle strat.
Who needs lanes?
It's actually crazy. Yamich is only level 3 in this as this jungle Enigma. Like, I feel like when jungling was a thing, like 6 minutes in the game, you'd already be like level 6. Super far.
It was actually so broken. It was way too strong.
Dire's
Particularly the
has been
Enigma.
killed.
Yeah, okay. Takes a page from Enigma's book, but yeah, those days, like every Enigma had, like mastered the farming patterns using Midnight Pulse to cut trees and stuff too.
Yeah, it was actually so busted. And then if you didn't come out of the jungle though with a blink dagger 10 minutes, your team was all over you. Like, what have you even been doing? Fortunately, we've really culled the old gold values in the jungle since then, so not quite as valuable for Enigma. Now, Yamich does find that ward that gave them the charge, so solid D ward there. Aloha Dance not able to get the deny.
Coming in though, getting some of those deep wards, recognizing, hey, they're going a bit greedy here. Doom, Enigma, kind of farming, not looking to make any plays. We need to make sure that
Radiant's
when we
bottom
come online, you know,
tower
they've
is
got an
under
Urn
attack.
Invoker who's level 7, so no one likely going to start looking to make some moves or want his team to come make moves mid, but Puck, one of those harder heroes to pick
Dire
off.
are scanning.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you also have a Weaver and a Tree, which some good things about the support duo in terms of like the Weaver being able to dive and you can use the living armor, give some vision for Spiritbreaker to continue chases and dives, but helping out your mid laner, pretty hard priority for these 2 heroes specifically.
Yamich just smoked to get into the enemy jungle. That's his strat. It's like, okay, I need to get in here undetected. Smokes up. Does use it to help get a ward down, but pretty funny just to see him smoke up and go for some aggressive jungling.
And Navi are bringing 4 heroes to this tower for a moment there. I mean, DM's way back. No one's just going to start marching on back. And Yamich brings the Islands mid.
He's wanting to pressure this one. This may pay the price, though. With the Invoker rotation, I believe this will be our first blood. Weaver gets the kill, and that's Urn charges for it.
That's actually a pretty bad kill to give up. And now up top, they will get some vengeance, though, as GPK makes the counter rotation. But yeah, you don't want to be the first blood to giving over the charge, because now no one, of course, is going to have some options for moving around the 2 charges.
Yeah, already he was probably thinking it's time to start making moves if they're going to be playing as passive as they are. And you know, for VP, they don't have their playmakers. Yeah, strangely enough, come from their mid and their carry. So their Coil as well as the Ghost Ship. The Ghost Ship being what killed the Spiritbreaker. So it's weird to see a game where like the cores are going to have to create space for the offlane and the support.
Yamich needs a lot of space, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
got the
space
drums
leads
queued
to a
up.
black hole, though, right? That's what you go for. So no one is.
You've done the science.
I really have, yeah. He's this is not Ghostwalk, you know. He's crawling around with this old Wexed Invis rune.
Plan anything too much here. We'll see. For now, it looks like Navi just happy to kind of play at this, slower pace, but I don't imagine it stays that way.
Yeah, you would think they'd be the ones to kick things off, you know. Invoker, you got Spirit Breaker ready to charge. General opting for the double bracer build. Not as fancy as Collapse's double null, but after that, I'm sure things will be rather similar. Dance will scout out Yamich. Still level 4, but you can't really commit to a charge with Pure there.
HP in some trouble here. Just the level 2 Shikuchi and the X Ghost ship. That almost certainly should be a kill here. Torrent to follow it up. Yep, they get it, and elsewhere, no one.
Oh, yeah,
Down
Hakoda
bottom.
knew. Oh, no. Hakoda knew. He tried to get in there for the Nightmare. Surely he's fine, though, right?
Dire's
Yeah, okay.
bottom
He's not going to
tower
actually
is
finish
under
that.
attack.
There was still a Malefice. General just dies when he goes under
Is
tower.
under attack. Radiant
Here we go.
structures
Navi,
are fortified.
they're feeling like they're ready to fight. They're online now. They're throwing out glyphs just to keep their creep wave alive against the GPK illusionary orb. They really want this bottom tier 1 tower. And with the skeletons, they should be able to at least get it very low. It looks like they want to back off for now, maybe wait for the next creep wave and
Dire's
rushing the
courier
safe lane
has
tier
been
1
killed.
early with the Invoker rotation.
Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me. That courier, it ran into General. He just
no.
killed his armlet.
Yamich in trouble. The charge. Okay. Doesn't go for it.
Regeneration.
Oh,
Pure needs vengeance, though.
unfortunate.
There's the X. Midnight Pulse. He's not going to get there in time for any follow-up. And, yeah, no boat either. So General's just fine.
Yep. Thinking to do it then. Back in the mid lane, we've got a Tornado EMP. GPK going to easily phase shift dodge that one. Okay. Causing too much sweat for him, and does feel like, I mean, VP for now getting away with this greed. A little perhaps underwhelming the Enigma in terms of his farm and acceleration as a jungling hero, but it has hit level 6 now with that Swim of Knowledge. So potential for a black hole now coming into play and rushing a drum, so isn't looking to go like super greedy, at least with the itemization.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Radiant's
like
middle tower
where
is
it's
under
benefiting
attack.
him. I guess he's got like 500 gold
Dire's
up on the
bottom
Weaver.
tower
That's
is
really
under
what's
attack.
happened. Like same levels,
Dire's
but
bottom
a bit
tower
more
has
gold to
fallen.
work with here. But like, I would say DM in general are getting the same amount of space from Sports being absent. But now DM a little bit too alone.
Yep. They didn't in deep for a nice 3-hero coil, but Yamich can't really just run and go for a black hole. There's just too many things to cancel, and the overgrowth is going to be used to lead the charge. As a black hole turnaround, they're getting both of these heroes low. It's a Wraith King reincarnation, though, when Yamich going to die to 1 or 2 more Invoker right clicks. DPK needs a way out. He's a puck. That's his way out. He picked the right hero. And Navi, trade 2 for 2.
Okay, 200 seconds though, where you could also come back with DM and go for a Doom play onto the Wraith King. So there is something for the future for Virtus Pro to work with here. I think you'll take that as Yamich. Kind of look like he might be dead anyway, honestly, before that. Oh, he's going drums first, eh?
Yeah, I mean, this is not. I feel like I've seen 0 times in any game I've passed it or watched, other than like maybe OG. I think I've been getting a few drums here and there.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
Really
tower
know what
is
to make
under
of the
attack.
drums.
I mean, obviously, you have Eidolons. Pretty cool. They're maxed out. He's not maxing out Malefice. Like, he's taking some points for the Midnight Pulse, which you don't usually see with a lot of support Enigmas right now. They tend to just go for straight up Eidolons and Malefice, get Aether Lens, focus on that in terms of being their main spell power.
Dire's
So I
top
guess that
tower
Yamich
is
wants
under
to
attack.
actually utilize the Eidolons a little bit more. Some push, maybe get some towers knocked down versus this tree. But, I mean, you have to commit, right, versus tree for a tower. So I guess he's putting that to the limit.
I didn't even realize, Drum, you get 8 charges these days. That's very much like a back in my days. You got like, what, 3 or 4 of them or something.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still buy the recipes, so you get 16
That's true.
charges.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Just keep on restocking. Mid lane Bane pushing up a bit too far, and VP can be forced back. I feel like VP are going to be, they've got a Midas Doom, which, standard stuff, but it does feel like at some point they're going to be forced to just play a bit more passively. Maybe, again, use this Kunkka and Puck as the ones to fight, and they're going to catch Weaver.
Dire's middle tower
Does get the time lapse off, and that keeps him alive a little bit longer for another Shikuchi, but with the Puck Dream Core there, gets locked in place, and now General being hunted down as well. VP doing a good job defending these towers, especially if they can finish off General here. That'd be a nice kill for them, and Pure and GPK, these two coming online early. It's the course. They're fighting.
All right, I think Virtus.pro have gone for the wall strategy, where they've just decided that they're going to play on their side of the map whenever things are even. And you can't fight, like you're fighting into actively under a tower versus Puck and Kunkka. And that seems awful. You should probably just be like focusing on your own heroes and not trying to force these towers right now.
And they got themselves a 2k gold lead, so it's working out for them, not going for that kind of greedy hard carry that needs like his teammates to make space. He's the one willing to just put his body on the line to defend these towers, find these kills. And Puck, perfect hero to kind of synergize with him. Doom will get picked off down bottom, so DM.
All right, what did DM do?
Tower is under attack.
I feel bad for him. Like considering he was in a solo offlane, like sacrificial kind of lane, he got a lot of farm and did really well not dying. More recently, he hasn't been so lucky, but
that's a pretty bad death too. Again, having the Doom available, and they had 200 seconds to kill this Wraith King, and V2's gonna have his reincarnation back in a second. I really feel like that's a missed opportunity. But, you know, they got their fight mid, so they kind of found options somewhere else, but it is gonna hurt the actual progress of DM. Like, I mean, geez. It's gonna be half of Pure pretty soon. Like, Pure is just huge.
Then, yeah, Doom, that hero that's kind of more leading the net worth charge.
Radiant's middle tower is
Not
under
so easy.
attack.
With the lack of support he was given. NAVI just continue to take these towers, taking advantage of some of these, you know, cooldowns being used in these pickoffs they're getting. They get the tier 1 top, they've taken the bottom tower. They can take these early towers. Suddenly the game, I feel like, can look a lot more difficult for VP when they, you know, are getting kind of starved out of resources on the map.
Yeah, and right now, rather than trying to like force the tier 1 tower or something, I feel like they could maybe just try and get a kill and then play around the Roche. Like they have the medallion on the Weaver. There's no need to give the super easy fight as, well, they're going to go for a lot of TPs. Yeah, just for a Weaver.
Ace gets the time lapse. He's going to survive. Has another Chikuchi if he needs to use him. Pure may have overstepped his boundaries here. Nether Strike to lock him down in place and getting very low with the vessel charges. Nice black hole looking to keep him alive. 2 heroes corner. He does end up dying to the vessel. And Vici on the front lines, he's got the reincarnation back, so he's not really under any danger. His general gets a nice 2-hero charge through. The crit from the Wraith King finishing up one more. And DM could be next. He's just got the phase boots to try and get him out of this one. And with the respawn on Vici, they'll get 3 kills. NAVI. They bounce back. They're taking some fights and punishing VP's greed, and also just VP maybe getting a bit too over-eager there, trying to go for some kills with a Fiend's Grip.
All that just for a Weaver with time-lapse in the river. Like such a giant command. Oh, okay, GPK gets the pick though. In there, not bad. But that's going to open up that Roach Pit much easier now for Navi once they get the time. Deso and Medallion. Yeah, I'd call that pretty quick.
Aegis timing with this like Wraith King armlet Deso, and then he'll probably have Blink around like shortly after that Roshan. That sounds kind of scary. That's something that VP aren't going to have good tools to really fight into. You know, they're not close to any kind of BKBs outside of the Kunkkas. Puck's not going to go for one, but you know, hero like Doom comes online with BKB Blink. Enigma needs really BKB Blink as well to be that really scary kind of team fighter. So this game can get kind of difficult for VP, it feels like.
And we have Solo going for the patented build here of his Orchid Rush on Tree. Last time we saw this, it was versus AS Monaco Gambit. They also had a Puck who was also skipping Yules. He had to go for the he went Witchblade Blink, but then he wants Sanj and Kaya. So if he goes Yules and finishes on GPK, we know GPK's got this big brain. It is queued up for now.
Yeah, GPK maybe seeing Solo's Oblivion stuff, and also maybe just, you know, against Spirit Breaker, Yules is always an amazing item. V-Tune just, dices up Zakoda on the Bane, and they're going to get a second kill on Pure.
Bottom tower is under
you mentioned Roshan. If Navi won, it feels like they can just get it for free here.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the time right now. Easy. So, all right, who do we give it to? Do we do the triple life of the Wraith King, or do we just make life easy and give it to no one? I kind of like triple life and go towers.
Okay. Really, yeah, try to take these early tier 2s and put VP bottled up in their base.
Like, they have a Puck core, a Kunkka. Can they kill him 3 times?
Yeah. They don't have the best heroes to, like, jump an Invoker as well outside of maybe the Puck. Like this Doom, if Doom had BKB Blink, I would say Invoker. But this Doom is, if he tries to walk in and Doom, he's just going to die. So I think because of how underpowered Doom is, you definitely could give it to Wraith King, but
Radiant's
they give it to
tower
Invoker.
is under
I mean, let's be
attack.
real. This is the better play. I just want a triple life. You know, this lets your Wraith King farm wherever he wants to farm, and Invoker can actually go for more aggressive plays because he's the backing of the Aegis, you know. Real Dota.
Killing this Wraith King once challenging, but twice feels like almost something
Radiant
impossible unless they, you know, kill the rest of Navi first. They definitely don't want to prioritize the Wraith King when he's got 2 lives.
All right, let's see. We got about 1,000 gold to work with here. GBK needs to farm while the Orchid is ready here for solo. So let me get a smoke. I'd love to see GBK die once to this. It's just so good.
Ready for it. But for now, Navi doing the tower thing. You mentioned let's just have Wraith King hit towers. He's got Alacrity. He's got Blink Death. So anyone comes near, you can always just blink on top. There's not really any way VP can defend some of these outer towers. And are Navi even strong enough to start pressuring tier 3's high ground, or at least try to force VP TP backs? Or do you think they're just gonna, you know, do more of the outer towers methodical gameplay?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's really no point. Like, don't do what happened in the mid lane again. You know, don't give Kunkka and Puck a good fight. Don't go high ground. That's just silly. High ground stinks. Like, high ground is like a third Roche. Honestly, going high ground with second Roche is like usually a mistake these days. That's just unnecessary risk.
And do the safe thing, the map control, they take out top, they're kind of poking around mid, basically controlling the entire top and mid lane, forcing GPK to make some...
All right, he's blinking high ground. He tunes in.
Yeah. DM, Nightmare is not going to save him. Retune, yeah. Says, you're going to defend top with 1 hero? Well, you know, that's a Doom who's mighty squishy right now.
Radiant's bottom
D2, please, no. Don't do it. I know you have Deso. I mean, they have Alacrity, too. All right, they want to force them all back.
All right. Well, they're going high ground. They're going tier 3s. Alacrity Wraith King with Deso is just melting this tier 3 tower, and no one on VP is here. Yeah.
Pierce hit Ancients.
All right, now he's Kunkka's the one they need the most to defend with. He's a bit low in health too. He may have to heal up first, but he's just going to come in from the side in the trees. X Ghost Ship. They're going to look for the first life of the Wraith King. The living armor, not enough to keep him alive, but Pierce lost most of his mana. Can they get this Wraith King a second time? They'd love to find a Blink Black Hole. On the side, the Doom looking for that Doom, but the charge on through from General, catching a couple. Nice Black Hole onto 2, nothing to cancel it. And Yamich has defended the high ground. They've taken out the first life of the Invokers. Second life should be a breeze if they can land these stuns here. Oh, Spirit Breaker. Maleficent from Yamich cancels his
General,
through.
please get it.
Oh, General, he gets the tower, but is it worth it? NAVI giveaway, 4 kills. It's exactly what you said they should not do.
It's such a bait, dude. It's such a bait. Like, just don't do it. It's bad. You're fighting Kunkka and Puck. What are these heroes going to do if you don't go high ground? Honestly. You're just going to farm the whole map. You can all TP to each other if they try and fight you on your side of the map. You can farm near the shrine. Go anywhere else but there.
And even if
I don't know.
I would have been a bit more okay with it if it was just like a let's force some TP back and then back off, which is risky because, you know, they have Kunkka and Puck. They can still catch you on the retreat, but they were like, oh, they TP back. Let's just keep pushing. Let's fight them. Navi really getting overconfident.
Yeah, it's just unnecessary. That's really all you can say about it. Like, Dota is just not that anymore. Like, first Aegis is not a high ground thing. Unless you have the worst lineup ever at like 25 minutes for some reason. There's just no value in it. There's so much gold on the map. We talk about that all the time. You don't need to worry about going high ground right now.
Perhaps, yeah, feeling like they had that opportunity with the greed of VP, but now Doom has a BKB. They're looking for this Puck, who doesn't have a Yules. Actually ended up going for the Kaya Sanj instead, but what a boss. Orchid, not enough to pick him off there. He's unafraid of this Orchid.
Yeah, he saw it and he was like, it's fine. I definitely don't need it now.
Yeah.
Behold!
Uh-oh. Charge coming through. Phase shift in general. Not going to find anything.
That was a nice sentry to ensure the save there off the Shadow Blade.
Alright. Got the Yule Scepter.
He got bugged
Up his solo with the Orchid. Yep. Is GPK going to die? They're pipping him solo before he even dies. Come on, man. You got to get a Yules. Found Zakoda as well. Bane and the Nightmare to try and finish off this kill. Critical miss, but got the charge. And this is what the game, I feel like, could have looked like. You mentioned like the farming the resources, but also like the way VP kind of delay and drag out, basically try and make them waste ages is this Puck split pushing and catching waves. With a Tree and Orca, they could just keep trying to pick him off. Like, you could just hunt for heroes.
I mean, they have great pickoff. You see what no one's doing right now? You know, he's got the invis plays. You're going to have global charges.
BKB TP out with the charge in. And well, there's just too much damage anyway. So that's 3 quick kills going Navi's way. So this game ping-ponging back and forth.
They've stabilized. They just like to give their fans a little excitement, you know? Let them think that there's a chance that they throw this one. Just toss up some anxiety for them.
In the classic Navi, you know, show some hope and then disappoint.
They've always got until Cloud9 comes back, you know? We're just waiting.
Oh god. Yeah, perennial second place team.
First place in the hearts, though.
Settle down a bit here. Aloha Dance gets caught by a grip. The charge coming through is going to cancel that. And the Living Army stays a bit longer. The hook stop is enough to stop the time lapse coming out. Nicely played by DM. Doomed up the Spirit Breaker as well to make sure this one goes alright for them. And Solo's in the...
Oh, you know he's a little tip.
Yeah.
Come on, GBK. Tip him. Tip before he dies.
Get up if you can.
EP just playing for that win. Focus this.
He's the bigger man, you know. He's not going to throw this hit back.
Silence.
I think with Navi, somewhat not totally mathematically eliminated from being in the top 3 of, you know, potential major that we don't really know is or isn't happening.
Potential top 3 for the potential major? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But for VP, much higher chance because they've only got the 2 losses to Navi's 3. So for them, this, you know, a bit more at stake perhaps for them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just win. You know,
it's Dota. I mean, these are 2 orgs with a long history that just want to probably beat each other as well. The players and Weaver runs in, gets taken off to start this one. DM gets his BKB off, and Bichu just gets melted here. His second life going to be coming up. Doesn't go BKB, nice. But the Blink Black Hole from here is perfect. No one doesn't have anything to cancel it, and they lose the Treant to start things off. And with Bichu's BKB about to expire, he should be going down as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, gets the torrent, and that's enough as no one. He's now in the middle of a bunch of enemy heroes. His BKB wearing off. He's been caught by a Dream Cold, which is going to break him with the dust. They see him. That is 4 dead. Only Spirit Breaker surviving for now. General, he's looking for DM. They're playing a little game of Ring Around the Rosie and a bunch of invis. DM comes out of invis. Is he going to see him?
So does General.
Oh, no. Oh, he was invis. He was alive. Oh, General gets the kill.
Almost caught there by GPK at the end as well. Uh-oh. Well, Virtus Pro take a pretty commanding lead. Oh, it's an early-ish Roach spawn. Under a minute here before it's back.
Could be nice for Navi. Like, no Black Hole for 2 minutes. Doom will be up, though, but... does feel like there's some pressure on Navi, because Enigma is going to be getting that Blink BKB Black Hole this game. Doom's basically online with, you know, at least his core items, the BKB Blink, so this is where Navi are going to be, you know, kicking themselves a bit in hindsight that they kind of messed up these last few fights with how far ahead they were and how crippled the Enigma and Doom were.
Yeah, all I see is this like tier 2 mid tower being up and just thinking like this tower didn't have to be here. You just if you guys didn't go top, focus your attention mid, force a fight there instead, way better chances for yourselves. You probably get the tower, and then you have wards outside their base with Spirit Breaker, Invoker, a Weaver who's doing like typical support Weaver things where they know where you are all the time, setting up these plays, and this whole game can just be so different. And instead they gave them like giant golden fusions, so they got their BKB +1 items.
See if Navi can right this ship and get things back on track. Roshan, the name of the game. I believe Dire, they've got that ward. They threw out a scan as well, both teams out. So I think they know this Rosh is going on. The question is, can it be stopped?
They got War Stomp Doom. What else we got here? We got Boat. No Black Hole.
Who's the ideal Doom
We got
target?
the grip. Probably Invoker, right? It's got to be.
Yeah. Weaver working on an Ag Scepter, not quite there yet. Having that save would be nice. Not that's going to necessarily save someone against a Doom, but Both teams poking and prodding at Roche. See if VTune commits for this one in the pit. He's got the bugs back now, so he may just be able to do this by himself. They've only got a small window, 25 seconds before Black Hole is up. Although Enigma still no BKB just yet. Roche getting very low here. VTune's committed. DPK may go for the steal here. He does, and he gets it.
Oh, he got it.
Takes away the Aegis. Doom comes out as well. It's on the Invoker. Before he can BKB, the Overgrowth is there to try bail him out, but it's not enough as DM gets a nice blink war stomp off. Invoker's dead. The Bane's getting low here, but VP have found the perfect initiation. They're going to force some Navi buybacks. Navi really want to take this fight here with VTune on that second life already. The Sunstrike coming out. They want DM's Doom. He's getting low here with the general BKB on the Spirit Breaker. It looks like he will get the kill, and Wraith King does keep himself alive on that second life. The E-Blade from the puck gets the Treant Protector low. He is dying to that Witchblade damage. And DPK getting chain stunned up, and he is going to end up dying. Does have the second life, though, and I don't know if they've got the control to kind of bring him down here. General didn't have the charge up, so couldn't go for any kind of a play. And if anything, yeah, it's Puck. He's the one go for kills. DPK with the gem. He wants General. E-Blade gets the kill. Oh boy, they have got a cold snap here. Can they punish this? GPK, he's on the run. Orb out.
He went for it.
GPK could be in some trouble. Gets a second orb away and phase shifts out. There's no kill in this Puck.
Well, from the makers of Remember When I Kicked You, come your next video from Beyond the Summit. Remember when I tipped you? And now, suddenly, Solo getting absolutely crushed here by Virtus Pro. I feel like GPK is really enjoying himself now.
Oh, especially when you see this Orchid and he had a Yules queued up and said, nah, like goes Kaya San into E-Blade. He literally did not give a crap that this Treant has an Orchid.
Oh, Navi. What a sweet snatch by GPK. He made it look so easy. Like, I saw him going, and I was like, he's going to get it. And then it's just in his inventory. You know, he was prepping so long. Zakota passed him the gem as well off the Bane, so that, because like kind of planning that he was going to be going in there. And now they passed that gem over to DM for the
I was just about to ask, I don't know if the Observer pointed this out yet, who took the shard, and it's just in the pit, by the way.
Oh.
I was like, who is this? I literally clicked all 10 heroes, and nobody had an Axe shard, and I'm just like, what? What's up? Look at that shard, and it's just there.
All right, so who's going to find it?
Who's going to figure this? What are the supports? This supports are the big brain ones. General's going to charge over it.
Oh, he just got short in the pit.
Well got
It's also who just like scouts next row, so we might not know for like 5.5 minutes.
Everyone knows support players have higher IQ than support, so I think a support player is going to be like.
Say that as Solo dies to GPK, by the way. Just want to point that out. That's fine.
Solo's dead now for 40 seconds, and he's going to click around being like, oh, who took the Axe shard? He's going to realize. Him dying right now gives him time to think about that Roche and be like, no one took the shard.
It's pretty big brain. All right, well, let's, I mean, who gets it on each team here?
No.
I don't actually know either.
This game.
Invoker shard seems pretty sick. Been seeing that picked up quite a bit lately. Probably Invoker, I guess, for Navi.
Okay, just because he's level 25 on Puck and having an amazing game.
Ooh, that is pretty good.
Yeah, revealing Invis could be nice against like Invoker.
Oh no, give me the black hole one. I love the black hole shard. That one's so sick.
It's magical, Papa.
That pole is so annoying to play against.
Radiant's
Get it first,
bottom tower
unfortunately.
has fallen. Dire are scanning.
Back off. Is it really good? It may just go to the next Roshan when both teams are like, you know, doing that posture around for third Roshan. Someone's just gonna be like, oh, free shot. I'll take that.
And it's like, it's outside of the range of Sunstrike probably when you're scouting too. So it'll probably be like an Eidolon. Whoever gets the next illusion rune.
Two masks on this
so far. This is like better than when there's a neutral item on the ground somewhere.
I remember the game you and Lyrical cast for the neutral for like 15 minutes.
Never forget. I think it was a keen optic.
Yeah.
I think it definitely was.
The highlight reel for that game was just showing the neutral item.
Everyone running by, yeah.
Stay near.
That was funny because it was literally like they kept running by it and like theoretically should have seen it. This one is like they just kind of forgot and no one's going to scout it. General?
Yeah, this is like the most acceptable. Oh, nice. All right, good grab.
And
good
the
grab.
Doom and the grip, yeah. He was going to die to one or the other.
I don't fault anyone for not seeing this one though, because that was a crazy fight, and there was like a snatch and everything, so everyone just assumed the other team got it.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe even they forget that it was second Roshan at some point. You're like, oh, it was a Roshan. Maybe it was first Roshan. Kind of,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
keeping track of Roshan, but you're not always maybe, you know, you're not, the count is less important.
There's no time to think about that stuff when you're playing game in Dota 2. You're so focused on like what you're trying to do on your own hero that all this other stuff is just like, no, that's what makes Dota such a good game.
Their late game's looking like they want the Lincolns on Invoker, make that Doom's life a bit harder, since no one is that number one Doom target.
Yeah.
VP.
He's not going to go back. Is he? Wow, that must have been close.
Barely. I don't think, didn't look like Navi were going to follow it up or Doom, even if they timed that, it was annoying will play. See VP with the way they're posturing, they know they've got this big team fight advantage. Enigma as well as the Doom. I mean, like 4 of their heroes is team fight special.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, no one's still missing on a lot of quads too, so it's so hard to punish, I suppose. There you go. We'll jump in there.
A move, perhaps. Puck goes in here, gets caught by the Orchid. Could he be in some trouble? The E-Blade keeps him alive a little bit longer, and that's enough for that Orchid to wear off. But he's going to get out of there. It's a chance through from General onto DEM. Have they got the damage to bring down this Doom? But his Doom is on cooldown, so not maybe the biggest target to go on, and GPK gets back to safety.
I wonder if they were trying to make a bait there, where like the Amateur was going to come in with the Blink BKB Black Hole. He did pop his BKB as well.
Charge through. DN gets low. He does get picked off in the end. General's stuck on a cliff here, but they've also killed the Bane on the side here. Potential follow-up charge in a couple of seconds. They just need vision. They get the Sunstrike out. General still can't see anyone just yet. Charge will be coming soon. They found Kier. He's got no BKB. Yeah, they want more. Kier, he's got no Ghost Ship for a little bit. Does have a Satanic, and it looks like Navi don't want to, you know, overcommit on this one. They're playing it safe.
Alright, things getting a little bit wild here. V-Tune has the ulti back in a second, so no real concerns. Where is Yamich, though?
DP could definitely take a 4v5 fight when, yeah, you mentioned BKB, Enigma, Black Hole. They go charging in with V-Tune. He's got the reincarnation, so not a good target for the Enigma to go on. General gets the backlines, finds the Bane. They want Zakoda. Has to pop his BKB. Doesn't get a good Nether Strike target, but that's allowed them to take down Kier. So General is creating the space for the rest of his team. Now the charge on through. The coil's going to hit 2 at this point. Enigma goes for the BKB Black Hole with the buyback, but it catches absolutely nothing. The Overgrowth cancels it. He's being rooted up, and Kier buying back is trying to at least get some of these kills, but V-Tune on the front line causing all kinds of problems. Does get doomed on the respawn, so should be going down here. They've got the detection for the Silver Edge. It's a dead Wraith King, but Na'Vi have forced buybacks, and Invoker gets the BKB TP out, so really good fight for Na'Vi. Unless VP can maybe secure themselves Roshan. Sunstrike. Oh, they scouted. They see the shard. They know. That brings it. But is GPK going to scout? Courier's up flying in. But you can't get it with Courier.
Yeah, you can't. You need the vision. Well, he gets Sunstrike with the Courier in.
Okay.
Illusion.
And GPK, the VP themselves may start scanning because it can respawn anytime. It can basically respawn from now. So this is where you got to start scanning.
Oh, Enigma's pinging.
Dire are scanning.
Here's going.
They saw the Couriers fly over.
It's happening.
Where's the Sunstrike?
The turret.
Radiant's
Yes.
turret has
And the
been
Courier.
The Courier gave it away. Oh. Oh no.
Wow, that was insane.
And Kunk is like, I'm taking this. I found it. It's mine.
Yeah, that's a dibs right there, you know? I mean, I saw that he had actually bought a shard on the Enigma before he died, too. They Sunstrike again. No, only Roshan.
Yeah.
What's a,
That's a
Agonist,
very
though.
fast. It's like a under 30-second rotary spawn.
Here I am.
Thanks this game. Good heroes on both sides. I mean, you know, always good Axe game typically, but someone like a Puck could be very high impact against these BKBs in the late game.
General's charging. He's going real fast. We'll stop, though. General did so much work in that last fight, by the way. Just, like, getting into the backline on the Bane, as you said, like, that's why they killed the Kunkka, you know? It's just, he feels like he's supposed to have this protection and backup, and it never comes.
In they go with the Puck core, but the BKB out from General. They've lost the Weaver, though. We're at that point where Weaver is one of these high-priority targets with an Aghanim Scepter. Doom on cooldown for 30 more seconds still. But the Dream Core cooldown, something that VP may be lacking for a potential team fight, but they're going for a smoke up, trying to catch Nub by surprise.
Yeah, playing off this ward up here. It's so much vision.
General, he's being caught. Does have a buyback, but these buybacks are starting to add up on the Na'Vi side with these pickoffs. They want to contest this. Roche probably requires a Spirit Breaker buyback.
I think he's going to have to. They'll probably get some vision inside. He'll charge someone.
Ward's out here, holding onto it for now, waiting for his teammates maybe to find a better initiation for his Vici on the front lines. Wanted to use that double life to make himself, you know, a target you just can't doom, you can't black hole him. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to try and kill that first life without committing any big spells.
Oh, he wants his Aghanims though. But if you don't buy
on the
back,
front lines, that's a dead Treant protector potentially. Spiritbreaker does buy back. Treant's gonna have to buy back as well. The Enigma dies though.
Solo's amazing.
Didn't get the black hole as Solo gets him with the overgrowth. Pure gonna get charged through it now in general as the Invoker gonna have to make a buyback as well. Everyone on Na'Vi just chewing through these buybacks one by one as Vici gonna lose his first life here. Pure life stealing up a bit with the Satanic, and they've got the Fiend's Grip. Is there anything to cancel it? Yep, General's got him with the charge, but it's too much damage for the Wraith King, who buys back as well. I believe that's 5 Na'Vi buybacks just for this fight as Solo goes down to GPK and things are falling apart. GPK's Puck with this overwhelming blink. Kill after kill going his way. Insane damage from GPK's Puck.
Oh, it's magical Papa, all right.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Man,
attack.
he is popping off so hard this game. Now onto no one too. Look at the right clicks.
Behold!
He's shredding them.
Yep.
Sun!
GPK has a waning rift, has another orb, does get hit by the Wraith Fire Blast. Is he oh, not quite enough. He wants this. Is he gonna get it though? Overwhelming blink in 1 second. Oh, he got him with the damage. Orb through.
Dude, come on.
Has the gem, he's got it. Oh my god, and they're gonna... Okay, V-Tune's out, but wow. Just late game Puck thing.
Yeah, you know, just a standard. I've been crushing this entire game. What is the next highest level after him, by the way? He's 29. The next highest is Pure at 26 and a half.
I feel like he just hit 25 a minute or two ago. Like getting solo kills is one way to like really spike those levels, and he's got...
Oh, you mean the
Relic, which is insane.
3,263 XP he got from that kill?
Yeah, that's handy.
Oh my god.
Puck out! Behold!
Dream neutral item with the Timeless Relic. Has the Lincolns now. Just, you know, doing Puck things, playing without boots. What does he even buy with 7k gold? Like, he wants... This gem is what's allowing him to kill off, finish all these heroes off, so...
Yeah.
Not even sure that... The Witchblade is actually insane damage for its cost, too.
Oh, and they're going to give him the Eggs Blessing, too.
Radiant's
I was about to say
middle tower is
Dagon
under
should swap out
attack.
for Witchblade, so I like, all right, he's hanging down over the gem. He's like, nah, I want to keep my Witchblade. He damaged just too much.
Dire structures are fortified.
Style a bit more going in. Yep. Find Solo. GPK. This is where you need like a tip me please kind of moment. They literally kill him once, and he's 19-1-4. The one time they kill him, you know, they're like triple tipping him. Solo's like, yeah, my Orc just gotcha, but
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
not quite the way I think Solo's still going.
Oh, Navi, they had so much control of this game. It's all completely gone. There's a Spirit Breaker who's just dying. All right, okay, all right.
It was a short grip, but it was a grip nonetheless. The time lapse will, you know, extend his life that little bit, but Enigma. There we go. There's the drums. Picks him up at the last second. And Navi gonna see V-Tune go down. Another... What? Did the kill? The creeps get the kill there.
They work hard, you know.
Yeah.